So here we can see a wall that may have been built fairly recently, and I wanted to see where this tip pointed towards. Have a look at the shape. It's not just a star, it's got a star shape, and it comes back in on itself and then back this way again. Then there's another star tip there, and when you look around this Lundy Island, you can see these tips, triangular shapes, all over the place, but they're very faint. You can see one here perhaps. You can see this sort of shape here, and it goes back in on itself. Same here, it's coming down here, going back in on itself like that bit there. You can see out the back of here, there's all these squares here. We'll follow this line and see where it comes to. So first of all, it's going across here. It even looks like there could be some kind of a point coming out here. Then there's you know, it's hard to distinguish between footpaths and walls, and where there may have been an old wall and what exactly they are. But there's a right tip, another tip there. And then, you know, why did they make this path like that? And so we follow this line. And with these sea areas, these maps, they used to have a lot of detail under the sea as well, and they didn't look like natural formations. And what I see a lot now is that they've sort of put a patch in here, you know, like this, and blocked a lot of this stuff out. Yeah, you could see in the shallower waters here, and they were very interesting. So this is the line, and it comes to Broughton. And at first glance, it looks a bit like a star fort kind of town, village, and of course all around it has been ploughed up a lot, and so you can't make a lot of it. But where I've drawn this marker here, you can see a tip coming out here, which may have come to about there, and it goes back down along here, goes back in here, back out there, and back out there. You can see very faint lines coming up here. There's a sort of a diamond shape in there. So it's like this to this tip, and it comes down here, and then possibly another tip here, you know, and it's been a lot of it's been ploughed up, and but that's what's left. They do look like three tips coming out here, and there's a very, you know, this is familiar on Lundy Island as well, like crossing over and stars, and maybe one. they've made a golf course here, but I think I did find some interesting things on here as well. I thought that looked like another, what was left of a star fort. Here, even the shape of this field here, you know, why are these boundaries laid out like this? This is coming down here in line with this sort of thing. There's a coast path, it says there, but you know, taking these things into account. And in the centre of Lundy Island, they say it's directly west from Stonehenge. Hopefully this is it. There you go. So here's Stonehenge. I just put it there in the centre. Maybe they mean this block. The whole thing is probably fake, but nevertheless there may have been an original site there, and what's said today is all fake, rebuilt, and all these people looking at it thinking it's the real thing, and but you can see, you know, I think the real things, you know, it is a real site. They wouldn't have faked all this, that could just be a pile of rubbish left over, and they're all over the place, little mounds like that. So then going back to Lundy Island from here, which is directly west. Back to Lundy Island, there's what they call halfway wall bay. So I thought, where is this halfway wall? First of all, I thought this lake here looks pond. They call it Ponsbury. Looks about halfway. Then I noticed that halfway wall bay. Then I zoomed in and there's this wall here, which looks like it's been built more recently, and it goes from one side to the other, cutting the Lundy Island in half. Here, it starts at the tip, and underneath this red line, you can see, even the red line is getting in the way a little bit, but very faintly, you can see what may have been an older wall coming along here, and then just above the red line now, coming along to here, and there's perhaps a new wall. Did you see that back here somewhere? I mean, these triangles are just everywhere. It'll probably take too long to find. So I thought that was kind of interesting, that there is actually a wall here dividing the island in two. And I'd looked over this a lot of times and never noticed that before. So see, look at these X marks, and the marks in the landscape on here are, I just don't know what's going on. So let's go back down a bit to the pond and I think they've dammed this across here, made it a dam, and then this, if you look from here, straight away, even from this height, you can see this sort of more three-dimensional look to this bit of hill here, which could go down here and then out here. I'll have a closer look now. And maybe they've tried to make, see, there's so many paths and things, but there's these triangles everywhere. Maybe they've tried to make this pond help it to fill up a bit. So these are sort of like a little river that comes in here, and then here's another one coming down here. So they may have sort of made a little, these sort of trenches to fill this place up, and here's another one. And it might not be completely natural, and it looks like they've, because this is a straight line here almost, so it's a bit of a dam, it looks like. And when you look at the sort of a more rockier kind of area here, as if they piled all these rocks up and now it's grown over, and this is where it overflows and runs out this way. And so that would suggest you would need a dam here. Again, look at these, so you can look at that. Sometimes if you come in too close you can't see it, but is that a point? Is that a point? Because they've been building that, and they built them into the shapes that are all over the island, these pointed shapes. So even here with this river, it's forming a point, and this one up here, and there's these tracks coming down here. It's like a point. Maybe this, it's like a point again. And down this side of the coast, we've got I think about 4 or 5 patches of rock, and that's not what I'm talking about. This is the first one. Here's an old wall kind of thing here. Again, these cross points here. Anyway, I was wondering what this was, because there are, what is it? There's 4 or 5 of these, I'll count them now. It doesn't look like strata in the rocks that I can see here, but maybe like ripples of, I don't know, ripples of mud, isn't it? And that's 1, 2, 3 maybe, and 4. This one here, and this here. Do you think that looks like a kind of pyramid shape? You've got this cross coming over the top. This would be the top of the pyramid, with whatever that is on top there. And you've got this cross going the other way, over to there, and down here. and it may even dip in a little bit there. And I just thought that looked a bit like a pyramid shape to me. And then I just don't know what these are. They just look, I don't know if they look that natural, because look at that straight line across there, and then straight lines going this way. Little, so what they've been doing there, or what, I don't know. And here as well, there's these triangular lines all over the place. Ah, here you go. So let's see if we can go any more now. Down here, up here, down here, up here. Here. You know, where exactly? They're everywhere. Again, you know, why have the path coming down like this? If this is going down a hill, can they just come across this way to there? So what forms these paths and what forms them? There's, you know, look at these, there's another angle there. They're very faint, and you have to look very, very closely and work out, you know, what's the path they might. See these scars here? One there, one there, one there. Go in. So what is this? There, over here, and then there. Yeah, there's another one. I think I've got it. Was it this one? There's another one, and there's another one going this way. So look at the star shape being formed here. Okay, that's a wall, or some kind of trench. But if you look at just the colour of the grass and everything, it's forming another shape down here. Then it bends up here, and then it goes here, maybe some little ones here, and there was a little area which was like a. So look at this star shape here. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is what I was looking at. Look at this. Like a sort of heart shaped, and then these straight walls coming in it down here. So 1, 2, 3, 5 coming around here. Something going on there, and when it comes to a tip here, looking at it now, it's like, looks different to what I saw it before. Here's another triangular shape, and on the end of this tip here's another squarish looking thing with things going inside it. Maybe a little tip out this way, maybe a tip that way, another straight line here going off this way a bit. You can see it just very fadey, very light there, and then sort of another triangle coming down here. Look at it, crosses over here, and all in all, I don't know what to make of it, but look at that. You can zoom out and you see even more of these things. Look at all these crosses everywhere. Can you see that? It's perhaps better out, I think. Over here, down here, some line going over here, maybe. And you can zoom in and out and look at this. What makes these lines go up, down, zigzag to a point, back down this way. Another tip there. The inside of a triangle there, maybe, you know. Another kind of big line going down here, which takes another line going up there. So that's another tip. That one there, going in here. Another one going right alongside it. Another one here, going this way. Maybe one here. Big triangle here. It comes down here, goes up there to a tip. So it's like one massive island of a star fort, and it's buried, it's grassed over, it's been knocked down, it's been ploughed up a little bit, it's been trampled on by tourists and sheep and worn away and everything. And if you look very, very closely, you can see a lot going on here. Here these lines again, let's have a look at that. Do you think that goes along there? Do you see these kind of rocks and things? It comes to a tip right here, or maybe to here and along to there. Changes angle slightly, maybe. So this is the halfway wall. Look at all these lines here. Just what makes them. What has done that? So the path comes here to a point. This is some sort of, I don't know. What was this? With this on the end. Maybe an animal pound, or maybe news, I don't know. Comes down here. Another wall going this way. So it's, you know, what makes the path? Why did it become a path? Why did along there? See if there was a wall there or something, and then he walked on the outside or the inside, and it became a path. And then, you know, sometimes even right on the cliff edges look pointy. What's this line, you know? Zigs that way, and I can see it going across the airfield there. Maybe up there and over there. It's into here, out to there, up to there, whatever it is. And down here. Here. Tip there, and then see that looking by the coloration and the lines here. Diamond shape there. Tip there. Zigzag. It's just everywhere. You know, am I seeing things, or, you know, what do you think? Down, look at this diamond shape. I'm going up there, on there. Just go on and on and on. It's like some pattern going on in there. Look at this diamond shape. Up there, down there. Up there, down there, down there. Coming out here, have I done that one? I think I did, yeah. Look at this. So we've got the wall, or the path, up here, down here, very sharp there, up to there, that's very sharp because it goes down here. This comes down here. Look at this, the whole place here, this bit in particular. Oh, I've maybe done that. Oh, it's like an S, it's like an S in there. Or is it a 3, or number 3 in there? Square around here. Point, star shaped forming here. It's just then there. I hope you can see all this, and if not, go and have a look for yourself. Up here, down there, star, star here. What's this? None of this. Oh, goes down that way. Up here, down there. Maybe to here, because it goes back down there. Look at that. See. Star in here. Point tip there. Oh, there was one that had a tip like this with a something right there like that as well, but more obvious than that. That looks like it could be the same sort of thing. There's this here that comes down here, a very definite line coming down here and out here. Then underneath it, you can almost see is another one, which might bank up to here and up to here, so to speak. But here's another one coming down here, and on the end of it is a bit of a tip shape, you know, a bit of a something. Give you an idea of sort of how old it is. It's sort of all buried, and so we'll take that line. It comes down here, across here, comes out to this point. Now, you can see lines going here to this tip. And then maybe down where this lighter bit is, and you can see some patchy rocks of the wall that might still be left there. So it comes up like this. And then look at all these points, tips, diamond shaped squares. Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. This, I can't zoom in any more than that, but there seems to be a line coming down here, a line going over there. I think this was it anyway. Unless I found another one. Yeah, I think I might have found another one. Then look at this, comes to a point here. Right in sharp there. Comes in there. There's another one overlapping here, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Now here we've got something central. And there's this big tip coming down here, very sharp. I'm looking on it on a big scale. I think it's just very sharp, star-shaped. And then maybe hanging out here. Maybe like another kind of low pyramid again here. Now I'm looking at it and it comes in at an angle. Like the pyramids do have 8 sides, not just 4. Which in effect that does make it a star. And from here it's crossing over down to this tip. And there's something coming up this way. No, it's going across there, look. Across there. Zooming back out, it looks like another tip, maybe. It's sort of, and there's all these, again, you know, everywhere. That looks a bit of a ditch, but again, did star maybe out there, but all these diamond shapes or squares, another tip. And it's going crazy here. There's this white rock there. Where shall I start? I mean, I can start anywhere. Yeah, there's a tip here, coming down here, back up there, and there's just layers of it, you know. Like where there's a line there, there's a lines down here. So up here, back down there, goes up there, goes back down there, but it also comes down here, there, back up here, down there, back in here. That looks very much like that, in going in on its shape that I told you to remember right at the beginning. So making a little point here, the other side seems to be missing a bit. Or we can't make it out from here. Tip there. Coming down here. There's a big cross here. Oops, what happened then? Comes to a tip here. Over here, back down here. And what's this funny thing? So that's almost got a cross going through it. It looks like another tip there. There are too many straight lines, aren't there? Straight line, tip, point, and back that way. Even here, if you can see it, it's very small. Tip going that way, forming a diamond shaped up here. Rocket Pole Pond. Oh really? Rocket Pole Pond. Hadn't noticed that before. So anyway, what I was going to say was, I'll zoom back out a bit here, and point, comes down there, point, back down there, point. This line goes all the way through here, so it's forming a star shapes. Where does it go? So there's another point. So that's another interesting bit I hadn't seen before. By zooming out, you see, down there, comes down here again, and down there, back there, and down there. Look at that bit. Oh, and it goes a tip into there, and then it comes down to here, look, and up there. And so on, another tip there, comes in here, another tip there. Maybe, oh yeah, so down here, up there, down there, up there, to this corner, back up there and back up, you know, up here again, wherever it's going. Another star formation. What is this? Look, a bit star shaped from above. Diamond shaped sort of cut out there. Another star going on there. I had a look online, somebody must know about this stuff already, but I couldn't find anything, so I just thought I'd look for myself and see if you thought it was interesting. Here again, lines, I mean, I can zoom in and, oh yeah, there we go, look, triangles, something central there, and a star forming around it here. See that line going up there, down there. I'm still looking for that rock. Which was, I don't know where. So let's have a look at this. What's this? Big hole. Where are we? Down here. Now one thing you have to be careful with this map is if you look here, it's got 2018 Google, and it's in such a way that you could mistake that as a straight line of some sort. But I haven't done that yet. But in places they've printed this Google. But anyway, here it's a big round shape, circular shape going around here. Don't know what kind of shapes are going on inside. It looks like a tip coming down here. I mean, you can go on forever with these tips and straight lines. Is this just the way they carved up the land, or is a corner going in here, or whatever? Diamond shapes. You know, is this just the way the rock is formatting underneath? But this circle looks like something. Here, look, up to there, down to there, star, pick definite point there, coming back to this straight line. So down here, back up there, back out there to this point. So there's that point I told you to look out for, comes back in on itself and then back out that way. It's that feature to it. Back in on itself, back out this way a little bit, perhaps. It's getting a bit faded there. But then there's another point coming down here, right below it. There's another point here, along there. Up there. There's these up here, points. Come to a tip here. And then this is, I don't know what's happened there. Ploughed over by the airfield. And whatever. So look out again, we got these Google things and they're mucking it up, but where's it gone? Where's the circle gone? It's in there somewhere. Gosh, there it is. I want to look. Points. Closer now. Up here, down there. Up to here. Down this way. Up there, down there. Down there. Squares. Yeah, they are a bit of a nuisance, aren't they? It's very, very faint lines. There's one there, like Google 18 on it. Another there. Gotta look out for that, but I think you can see what I'm getting at. And sometimes it's better like to be out further. Tip there, maybe. Up there, down there. And a triangle here. So back to here. So try to draw that line in so as it would come halfway between here and here. And it took me over to the rest of the journey. That's the Glastonbury, and this is to Broughton. And that's because there's so many ploughed up fields here, that's all that's left of it, if it is. Where did it go from there? In here, out there maybe. 1, 2, and then a third one here, or into the corner here, and then there. And hedges and stuff growing along it. Yeah, what do you think?